Hello. Guys, I'm going to be covering some things that you really need to think about before opening a second gym. So extremely grateful, within my journey going from 1 to 3 clubs, have a lot of people within our programs who want to open multiple. And it's one of the most enjoying and rewarding experiences that you'll ever have in your entire life. One of the things you'll find that I found is nothing's like your first love, so you won't love your second club that much. It's the same as you love the first one where it kind of all began. And for anyone who's watching this, either live or on replay, guys, if you're on live or on replay, please let me know. Love to hear from you guys. Let me know if you agree with that, whether you love your second club as more than your first club. But I always loved my heart was always in the first club that we had. So I'm going to keep it nice and simple and super short. So the first thing you have to do within your clubs is you have to be hitting $15,000 profit per month over a quarter. So that's $45,000. Now that was my minimum marker. Your marker might be 10,000, it might be 15, it might be $20,000, right? Whatever your profit marker is over a quarter, because your profit will go up and down each month based on like payroll and other expenses and things like that. But it must be leveled out over a quarter to whatever your expected profit will want to be from that club. So for me, it was 15,000. For you, it might be different, but we weren't opening another club until we averaged $15,000 profit for 3 successive months. Now, that's not the only thing you have to think about. The next thing you have to think about is, has your club run for 1 month without you and still grown, right? Because what a lot of people do is they're the driver in their club, right? If you're the driver of the club, you're doing the sales, you're growing everything, and then you leave, what do you think happens? The club goes down, right? The first club goes down, the second one goes up, you end up in the same fucking position you're in. You're probably earning the same money with twice the headaches, twice the expenses, twice the rent, twice the staff. Okay, so the way that I teach my guys, I'm like, go on holiday for a month, right? Go away from the business, switch off from the laptop. You deserved it. You've just built a business. Obviously, you're making 15K a month, right? Go away for a month and see what happens. Now, that doesn't mean that when you come back, it means you're working for another 6 months. But what you're trying to do is iron out the kinks. How did our lead to trial conversion go? How did our trial to full price go? You know, you only checked in with the manager once per week. You weren't there to manage by presence, and what happened? And this is your safety net. This is a safe decision to make sure that you that 50, 100, 150, 200K you invest in the new club, right, doesn't go down the gurgler because your current one, right, goes to absolute shit when you're not there, right? And then, guys, you have to have your team locked in, right? You have to have a really good manager. And I can't stress how important it is that sales will close without you. That's the biggest bottleneck. Most people in the fitness industry, they have one salesperson within their business, right? That salesperson goes away. That salesperson goes on holidays. That person goes and opens a second club. There's no more sales, right? So you must focus on that. You must have your marketing dialed in. Probably at that stage, you potentially will be outsourcing to a VA or an agency, right? But you want to just make sure you've ticked off those boxes. Now, also there's like a couple of other things, but those are the really big 3 that I'm looking for before I ever tell anyone to go and open a second club, because people do it too quickly, right? And also you've got to know, and you've got to think about location. So when we opened our clubs, we opened them all about 7Ks apart. Well, one was 3Ks apart, the other one was like 9, right? So then you can manage it by presence. It's very easy to duck in. But if I'm in Sydney, I've got one club in Brookvale, the other one in Penrith, right? It makes it very difficult to come and help out as you're growing, okay? And then you also have to know that it's going to take 6 to 12 months to get this our current club up and running. Now, one of the ways we did it is we found our dream staff, like our guys that were dominating, and we gave them 33% of the new club so they would go open and manage it, which is definitely an option, right? Not saying it's the best option. Dealing with business partners has massive pros, but also massive cons as well, right? But you can start to think about it strategically, maybe bring on someone else if you wish, because it's better to have, 66% of an amazing business than 100% of something doing super shit house, right? So guys, I want you to think about that before owning a second club. Now, if it was me and I had my time again, I had amazing experiences running 3 gyms. It was absolutely incredible. If I had my time again, I'd initially build 1 club, right? And I'd build it up to be incredibly profitable, that 15, 20, 25K a month mark. And then I'd look to be adding on an online program, right? I would talk to my friends, Andrew Gosen, Andrew Poulton, the guys at Systems by Design. And then in conjunction to the gym that's, you know, by that stage doing really high 6 figures, early 7 figures, then you're able to build an online business to really high 6 figures and really high 7 figures as well, because you can utilize the current team you have within that club, because you will have full-time trainers. You can teach them how to do sales. You can teach them how to look into your client retention with the online program. Now, guys, this would be purely for a financial aspect. It would be a decision that if I had my time again, I would make to make as much money as humanly possible. Now, if you have goals and aspirations of owning multiple clubs, right, that is totally okay, because I want you to chase your dreams. But I always just want to be really honest with you about what I would do if I had my time again. You've just got to figure out your journey, because there's some incredible business owners out there who own 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clubs, right? But if I had my time again and it was a financial decision, I would have one incredibly successful club with a team, and then I would utilize that team to help facilitate the online business, because the margins are incredible. There's no more rent. You can go worldwide. It's an absolutely incredible deal. I don't think for everyone, though, that going into an online business is initially I'm not telling you to sell your gym and go online, right? Because having a club, and this is what the online guys don't really understand, a lot of them, it's incredibly fulfilling and incredibly rewarding to have that 250, 300, 350 members where they can touch and feel the equipment. And hands down, across the board, it creates a much better community than online training does. It's purely a financial thing. And I think, you know, everyone should have a really booming club. Gyms are always my first love, right? But then after that, if it's a financial aspect on that club, we would grow a massive online business off the back of it. But if you want to go and multiply and have, you know, 3, 4, 5, 2 clubs, whatever, making you $15,000 to $20,000 a month, then we can definitely do that as well. You've got to choose your direction, but I always like to give you guys just that little bit of value into what I'm thinking from the experiences that I had within my life, and, you know, what I would do potentially if I was starting again, which, you know, you never know what next year looks like, about whether we pop off a couple of clubs really quickly or whether it's the one. And, you know, I get on with my good friends AG and AP, and who knows what you do with an online business there. So guys, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I'm really trying to turn up for you guys every day. So I think I've got a couple of people on live. I just want to say I appreciate you guys. If you ever have any questions, queries, concerns, please reach out to me. I'd love to be the first person that you reach out to, and you know, we can have a chat and make sure that I pass on some advice to you that hopefully changes your life in a positive way. You guys have an absolutely fantastic afternoon. Bye-bye, guys.